Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Devil May Cry 4. We are picking up in the middle of Mission 15 in the Torture Chamber. And, whoa, the straight's not what I want. And I wound up crossing through behind the frost. Whoa, I'm immediately getting a few wires crossed here. So we're gonna Devil Trigger Stinger him into the corner. I still say that is my favorite move in Devil Trigger is Dante's Stinger. It is such an impressive feeling. So the fight in the torture chamber can get pretty nasty. Nice, blew the frost out of the way before he landed that. This gets really nasty because it's nothing but frosts, and it's a lot of them at that. Right now we mercifully only have to deal with 2 of them. Oh, there's the 3rd one, and I believe we have a 4th and a 5th coming in. Ah, man, if I could get one little moment alone, I would love to get nice distorted real impact off on you. That's what I was going for in the beginning, just to... Yep, there's 4 and 5. That's what I was going for in the beginning, just to thin them out a little bit, was, a distorted real impact as they were spawning in, but woo! You know what, this corner might not be the worst place in the world to fight these. Yeah, okay. Blow him away before he can do the Nova. Alright, we have these thinned out pretty well. Dance Macabre's gonna do it. Oh, this put me in a weird spot. Yeah, I thought that might happen. We can make that work, though. We can make the overdrive finisher work in our favor. In fact, that might be a little bit better because the end of the Dance Macabre, that version of the overdrive, just the baseball swing, leaves you with a lot of recovery frames. Now we're back here. We don't have to activate any of the normal bouncy pads, even though we will have to use them. Because I'm trying to get most of the red orbs in this mission. There's one tricky one later in the graveyard that I don't know how I'm going to get as Dante. Guess it's going to be a combination of utilizing Trickster Dashing, the double jump, plus the triple jump you get out of Devil Trigger. But first, we're going to go and collect all of these, which have respawned since we were here as Nero. I think it's this one? Yeah. So we have to go left and go under that platform. The red orb mountain has respawned. We're going to overdrive that and go into the normal Dance Macabre, which is kind of like my go-to way of breaking these. Wonder if it's the most efficient way to get red orbs out of these. Because you only get the 2 combos off, but they're really, really high impact ones. Then we grab the red orb cache there. We can helm break our way down, and then we activated this jump pad, which takes us way, way higher up. To that room above the torture chamber. To that floor above. I believe this brings us... Oh, not to the graveyard yet. It's that bedroom right before the graveyard. There's a fun fight in here. Just gonna Dance Macabre him immediately. For some reason, I really favor Dance Macabre in DMC4 way more than I ever did in DMC3. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because you get Dance Macabre so late in 3, and you have enough crowd souls to just upgrade all your styles immediately in 4. That might be it. So this room starts off innocuous enough, but then immediately you see the problem. It's a much more cramped space with a lot more environmental objects in the way to obstruct the camera. Plus, we're dealing with a blitz in conjunction with a bunch of scarecrows, which I think we've all cleared out now. It's still a little hard in this room, keeping up with where he is and where he lands. It's not as easy as the first blitz we fought, where it was a nice open platform. We're staying in Swordmaster just so we can really easily switch to get the distorted real impact. Oh no, he's not gonna stay still enough. So we're gonna go to plan B. This should still, if we're doing this right, provide enough juice to do this in one. Come on, heel drop, do it. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, just barely. So we didn't quite need that distorted real impact. We probably could have landed it towards the end. But we managed to kill it before it got its shield back, or before it got the red shield. Went berserk. Oh, there's nothing back here anymore. Right, that's a secret mission. Or it was. Oh, fireworks didn't hit any of that. Okay, we're good to go back out into the graveyard. So there is going to be a lot of red orb collection out here, just breaking random gravestones, so we'll do a little fade out, fade back in when we're ready to continue out, because there's nothing else really going on in the graveyard. I think this is where we initially found the Faust, or the, no, not the Faust. The Mephistopheles as Nero, but there's no fight out here whatsoever for Dante. Okay, well, we got every red orb in the courtyard, aside from the one that's up on that ledge that you can snatch with Brother Nero. Don't know how you get that with the weird camera change with Dante.
Baby, yeah. All right. Nice. Sweet. You can hide that body, but that smell? Ooh, there's no covering up.
Insult me one more time and I will make you suffer more than you want possible.
I'd actually like to see you try that.
So we don't start this Bale fight, or rather I should say Dagon. Nero actually killed Bale, so this is a new boss who just happens to be completely identical in everything but visuals to Bale. Yeah, so for this Dagon fight, we don't start off with a Rusalka phase. We actually get to start off just going ham on Dagon. But it looks like he's getting ready to start the Rusalka phase. So Dante's Rusalka's A's to fight are a tiny bit more aggressive. They are a lot more grab happy, and they're also red to match his coat. But ooh, this should actually be good for us because we won't get eaten. Gives us time to. Oh, was I just like a pixel too far away from him? Normally, that's a really good thing to have them grab you, so that you can DT out of the grab to break it early so you don't get eaten, and then you can do a distorted real impact to just end the Rusalka phase like that. But it looks like we're done. Oh, he actually did catch us, so we're going to DT out of his mouth. No, we're not done with the Rusalkas. Weird. But yeah, they're much more aggressive this time around. But they're also a little bit easier to hit. Nero had to work a little bit harder to get melee attacks off on these. But I guess the trade-off was that he could buster them and snatch them. So they're just a little bit easier to hit since Dante doesn't have access to that. That should be the actual proper end that Rusalka phase this time around. Yeah. That's the ice breath. So we're generally going to do the same thing we did as Nero. Gonna go ham. If you want to see a proper visualization of how devastating a proper Destroyer real impact is, half his health is gone.
He wasn't kidding. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
This is our third and final firearm, Pandora, which comes in a box. Or a briefcase. Oh ho 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 ho. We'll get more into that at the beginning of next mission. That one red orb is worth 6% of the total red orbs in the mission? What the fuck? Oh, well, I still got the overall S. I was hoping to get the red orb S on that one. The first time in it was many missions that I was actually aiming for that. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, great. As if I didn't have enough obstacles already.
Poisonous gas permeates the area. You must escape before your life is drained. So we have a staple Devil May Cry life draining stage. This is pretty common. I can't exactly remember the one in 3. I remember the ones in 1 and 2 though. Oh no, I'm remembering the other ones. Now, it's pretty mean that they start you off with a combat adjudicator. This is not a triple S one. I thought Dante's final combat adjudicator was triple S. This is just a regular S though. We only have one more flame. But our health is draining all the while. They're nice enough to give you not just the blue orb there, which if you get a complete blue orb, all 4 pieces off of that, that would refill your health, but they also give you green orbs there. Along with a few mini ones in this corridor. Okay. Cutlasses. Finally encountering these is Dante. Cutlasses suck to fight as Dante. They are no fun at all. We were actually really lucky. I don't even care if that hits me. Just as long as that one is dead. Now we have to finish him. Gotta finish him. Good. You only need a couple hits from Pandora. Jesus, I love the air version of Pandora. The rest of these are gonna be a little bit problematic. We can't snipe them out of the ground. Yeah, these are no fun to fight, especially without Buster or Snatch or anything good like that. Woo! Now, well, it's... Pandora is kind of like this game's equivalent to the grenade launcher, but it is oh so much better. It's my favorite firearm in Devil May Cry. We don't really have argument powered up too much, so it wasn't that impactful there, but still, it's so cool. It's a modular weapon. It's said to be able to take on 666 forms. Oh my god, my voice! I'm a squeaky voice teenager for a second. But we get access to a grand total of 7 of Pandora's forms. In the air, it's the minigun like you saw. On the ground, it is an explosive ballista. The giant aerial missile launcher in the cutscene, and the one that you saw a few moments ago, is a gunslinger move called Argument. You can whip the briefcase out and actually smack people with it as you're taking it out, and then you open it up, and it emits a burning light like the Ark of the Covenant. I think that one's called Omen. There's a shuriken form, there is a laser cannon, there's a bazooka form for it. It's unique in the way you activate in a couple of its forms. Some of the Proud Soul upgrade forms. One of them you have to wiggle the stick back and forth a few times while you're holding square, the fire button. And the other, from that form, you then have to do like 360 motions on the stick to activate the other one. So unlike Nero, Dante just does not have time for this bullshit. We're not playing the dice game as Dante, which is very nice. Unfortunately, not the last time we're going to see the dice game. Instead, what Dante gets to fight is a room teeming with gladiuses, or gladii. Can't remember the plural for that. This is a very, very fun room because it's so hectic. This is why I like, aside from the cutlass fight at the beginning of the mission, I really love this mission because so much of it is very frantic trickster dashing and hit and runs. Like, a lot of the fights in this mission are just that. And it's very satisfying, a different change of pace too. So you want to shotgun them, dodge around, trickster, air dash, do all that stuff to keep yourself alive. Once you knock one down, you can kind of just stinger the hell out of it. Whew, that was so nice. It's coming from off screen. So good. Oh, the other thing about Pandora, between my top and bottom health bar, there is another thinner gauge. You might have seen it turn purple a little bit while I was fighting the cutlasses. Pandora adds a unique gauge to the UI. That's that thin one. It's called the disaster gauge. It fills up whenever you use Pandora on something, and all of its gunslinger moves get powered up from that gauge, including Argument. Argument, when you have about 1/3 or half the gauge full, you can unleash all the missiles in one big barrage. It's very cool. So we have essentially the same thing here. We're not fighting Agnes in the generator room this time. We don't have any of the electricity on the floor to deal with. But we do have another room that is chock full of gladii. So again, another really fun room like this. The trick to this room is that we also had some Angelos in the beginning, which I think they're all already taken care of. You just want to get very, very fast and aggressive here, while using Trickster kind of defensively. This is a great one because we haven't taken full advantage of Trickster so far in this playthrough. We've been relying a lot more on Royal Guard and Swordmaster and a little bit of Gunslinger. Trickster, it feels like we've let it slip by the wayside in terms of use, but man, we got full use out of this time. Just spam some stingers on the Gladii. There's a chance that they'll become unstunned if you're not stingering them for some reason. So it's really effective to just teleporting close, dash in, and just spam stinger on them. Oh, for a second I thought fireworks hit nothing. Oh, a lot of this stuff looks more destructible than it actually is. That could be the reason why. Fireworks isn't hitting crap. That little tiny stool is, though. We should probably vamoose out of the poison room. Back outside where the air is fresh and clean. And the barrels are full of red orbs for us to collect. One of these missions. It's been a little while since I got the Triple S going, so I was just feeling in the mood to get another one. Even though we've got probably a majority of overall S ranks. Which I'm kind of surprised by. I was feeling really, really rusty at the beginning of this playthrough because it had been so long since I picked Devil May Cry 4 up. That was feeling rusty again when we got to Dante's first mission of the game. Which I don't even have a proper excuse for because I had just finished the Devil May Cry 3 playthrough. Oh, what, like a couple months ago. It is true that Dante feels a little bit, I think I've said this before, a little bit less spry. It's that arthritis he is going. I feel like some of the cancel windows are what's different about him. Something to that extent. Like either his moves are a little bit less cancelable, or just the windows have become a little tighter. Can't quite put my finger on it. A little bit has changed about him. Not anything that makes him like feel bad to play or anything, it's just a little adjustment that you have to make. That room's a fun one though. Really like fighting the Biancos and the, not Nello. Alto Angelos. Oh, that naming convention. I forgot you could do that. Put on a little light show. Yeah, another really fun room coming up here, which I think is more Alto Angelos, more Biancos, maybe a few Gladii. Yep, that's a lot of them. And more stuff should be coming in. As we deal with enemies one by one. And eventually, I think we're gonna get multiple Altos at a time, which is really difficult combination. Oh, I was hoping they were doing the charge up. There's something I want to find out. Because I know that charged bullets reflect their giant projectile back at them. I think he was getting ready to start doing it, charging it up. Hit him out of the animation. What I want to know, because I've never tested this before, what I want to know is, can Pandora's bowgun missile reflect the orb back at them for the Triple S kill? If that is... I got caught. If that's the case, I'm going to be a very happy scribe. Be a happy boy. I think I'll catch the Bianca with this. Hell yeah, that was very nice. Oh, and the other Alto. Yeah, let's not drop this Smoking Six style. Ooh, Oh, that wasn't quite enough. Man, he's hanging in there. He is hanging in. Oh, that's a lovely room. This mission rocks. This is like one of those completely inoffensive backtracking missions where just because of the enemy composition and the added wrinkle of the poison gas, adding a little bit of urgency, this mission is just awesome. It's one of my favorite Dante missions. Plus, we get, as hinted at by the, by the mission description, we're gonna get another boss rematch, this time against Berial. Yeah, I think we're all ready to ride this straight back to the top. There is one more thing at the very top. Oh no, there is one more scaffolding, one more catwalk. There's one more thing at the very top that you shouldn't miss if you're going for all the red orbs, which is... oh, this one single barrel around the topmost ring. And that's it for Dante's section of the underground laboratory. We're back in the Grand Hall. We have dealt with Dagon, who was, you know, covering the rest of the castle with impenetrable walls of ice. The main foyer is now clear of all that ice as well. Oh, almost forgot something. Can get back up here. Gonna do another devil trigger triple jump to get this red orb cache one more time. Oh no, there's gonna be another cut because we have the whole foyer and all the pews to clear out. Hold on. This is never fun to watch. And we are out of here. We get that nice panning shot of the back of the castle, or the front entrance rather, as we cross the bridge one last time. It's a glorious vista up here. And then we're done with this whole environment for a little bit after we clear this new enemy type. Did they just recycle a couple of taunt voice lines for that cutscene? Yeah, I think they did. Oh, so we finally get the reveal for the Basilisk, which, if I'm not mistaken, this is the final enemy type in the game. If we were playing on Legendary Dark Knight or Dante Must Die, we would have encountered these earlier on as Nero. I think that's in... wait, did Agnes summon a few of these? I think that if that's... that might be the only way to fight Basilisks is Nero on normal mode, which is a shame because we won't be able to see Nero's unique Buster animation for the Fire Puppers. He uses them as weapons, just like the Gladius enemies. I think these things are fun to fight for the exact same reason as a lot of the stuff in the rest of this mission. It's a lot of like really hectic trickster dashing and doing hit and run maneuvers, trying to isolate them. Oh, we need to actually get in. Or is he dead? Yeah, he is. Cool, that's all of them. It was really, really smooth. Dude, I love fighting basilisks. Let's see if I can remember which of these. Oh, let's see if I can even get up here first. That was smooth. No, neither of them. So it's these two that have the orb caches. Oh no, just barely didn't make that. It sucks. I think that's it. I don't think I need to destroy the skinny columns that have the green orbs, even though when you're at full health, instead of a green orb giving you health back, it just gives you a couple of extra red orbs. I don't think they count for the orb collection counter. I really think that's a terrible way of grading you. Bayonetta has by far my favorite grading system, which is just time taken on the individual verse, damage taken, style. Nice and clean. And then your rank at the end is just an overall accumulation, like an average of all your platinum ranks. Up there is a really shitty hidden mission. If you jump at exactly the right spot, that's what the tiny red orbs are cluing you into, that there's an alternate path up there. Oh, we got a few more basilisks to fight. This one's a tiny bit harder to fight in, just because of the way the camera is. It's hard to keep many of them off camera to make them less aggressive. So it means that it's harder to just isolate one or two at a time. You have to be a little bit more on your guard. Oh! Didn't quite cancel in time. Oh, man. Feels mean. Yeah, Bayonetta is my favorite grading system out of all these. Grading you on Red Orb Collection just feels shitty and tedious. Hey, but it is what it is. If all you're doing is going for an overall S, you really don't even need to adhere to that. And hey, a different path that we could have taken compared to Nero's route through here. Oh no, I'm mistaken. We already went up that path that I'm talking about. I think Nero got that red orb on his way into the castle. But just like that, we're done with the beautiful snowy environment, and we're back to actually a pretty well detailed mine level, where we have way fewer fights. We don't have to deal with the annoying snatcher grips. Oh, wait. Red orb fountain should have respawned. Yep. Yeah, the platforming bit as Nero was a little bit brutal. But Dante doesn't have access to Snatch, so he doesn't have to do any of that shit. Plus, we've already gotten that blue orb fragment. There was a second one, but that's also not worth getting, because we have not gone completionist on the blue orb fragments.
You don't say. Wish you would have noticed me earlier. Now my coat's all charred.
So we have the refight with, I almost called him Bale and then Dagon, Berial, who retreated after Nero whipped that ass. Woo. So we're gonna show some really nifty stuff with Pandora off after we build that gauge just a little bit more. Should be good to do it now, or just waiting for him to do something. Maybe he's not doing anything from that range. This is Argument, nice and powerful. Drained a significant chunk of the disaster gauge, but it also blew the flames straight off of him. In that shuriken form we saw. Oh man, it's a great playground. Ooh, that didn't hit. And that was not distorted properly either. Let's get out. Oh. Didn't switch to Trickster fast enough. And that just whiffed. Yeah, this is a good spot to play around with some of the many forms of Pandora, since Berial has a hard time dealing with you from a distance. Oh, and that was not the AoE that I thought it was. It's such an honest fight, is the thing. It's not really a gimmick here, it's just a straight-up honest fight. I love so many of DMC4's boss fights. It's got very few bad ones. The worst I could say about any of them is that there are two fights that are just kind of inoffensive at worst. Also, I went way too ham there.
You can stay and die, or you can walk your ugly ass back through that gate. It's your call, pal.
I've retreated once, and will not do so again.
That's a letdown. I was hoping for a bit more than just a few sparks. Satisfied. You are set free. And don't look so big from where I'm standing. Now it's just you and me, Mr. Savior.
Oh man, 10 out of 10. 100 out of 100. Best cutscene. That might be my favorite cutscene in the entire series, man. It's the flamenco music that puts it way, way over the top. Just like Pandora is the final firearm that we get for beating Dagon and destroying his demon portal. I went the wrong way! I got way too excited. Went the wrong way. Just like Pandora is the final firearm that we get for beating Dagon. Lucifer is our final devil arm, so we get 3 of each. We start with Rebellion, Ebony and Ivory, the Shotgun, Coyote, that we grab, Gilgamesh, Lucifer, and Pandora. That's pretty much it. But man, they are such great additions. Especially, there's my Triple S. Especially Lucifer and Pandora as the final 2, the clinchers, man. Oh, so good. That's gonna do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.